Cryptos have always been volatile, but in the past few months, we have seen a significant drop in Bitcoin. It is down almost 50% after reaching its all-time highest nearing 70,000 US dollars. However, both Cathie and Elon think that the downfall won't last long. In their recent meeting together, Cathie and Elon shared a few words regarding cryptocurrency in the B-Word virtual conference. So, what did the tech giants talk about? Should you buy more Bitcoin or sell them? What are your opinions? Let's find out. First things first, let's talk about the crypto market currently. A few months ago, profits were skyrocketing as Bitcoin hit an all-time high and only seemed like it was just going to increase from there. However, the opposite took place. Bitcoin failed to keep the price for over $50,000 for too long, and Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, also seemed to follow the footsteps of Bitcoin. Despite such a big drop in prices, Cathie Wood, the chief executive of ARK Invest, thinks differently. She believes that Bitcoin is the future and its price will reach a staggering $500,000 in just a few years. Yep, she said that, no joke. Now, Cathie Wood has been an incredibly successful investor and money manager. She is one of the early admirers of Tesla and, of course, Bitcoin. As well as she predicted, both seem to be on a good run. So, what does Cathie think about Bitcoin? As I mentioned before, Cathie had predicted that the price of Bitcoin would be even higher than $500,000. And to be honest, she is not the kind of woman who likes to bluff. Whenever she makes an important statement, it's pretty much always backed by an extremely well-executed data analysis. To this day, she remains one of the most influential characters to support Bitcoin, despite its downfall. When asked about why the prices have gone down, she added that the world is evolving away from Bitcoin and Ether into cheaper, faster cryptocurrencies. She also added that people are being swayed away to newer forms of cryptos, and hence big names like Ethereum and Bitcoin are having a tough time at this moment. When asked why she thinks that Bitcoin would increase once again, and is it here to stay for a long time or will it just die in a decade, she had a pretty interesting answer. This is the most secure blockchain technology out there. What's going on right now would have been Robert Mundel's dream, to introduce a global monetary system, not under anyone's control, she said. Oh, and if you're wondering who Robert Mundell is, he was a Canadian economist who received the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences in 1999 for his pioneering work in monetary dynamics and optimum currency areas. Wood also believes that crypto is just in its early days. They are barely accepted and even illegal in many places around the world, including one of the biggest markets in the world, China. She revealed that Bitcoin is her #1 cryptocurrency, and that many countries are now deeming it legal tender of Bitcoin. El Salvador has already done it, making it the first country in history to have Bitcoin as its official currency alongside the US dollar. What about Ethereum? Well, she is also bullish about the ARK portfolio being divided 60% and 40% between the two crypto giants. According to her, Ethereum is becoming more and more popular in developer activities ever since NFTs and DeFi became mainstream. What about Elon Musk though? Does he agree with Cathie or does he oppose her? Well, it was clear as water when Elon bought a ton of Bitcoin last year. Not only did he buy it himself, but kind of encouraged the whole market to follow in his footsteps and was a key reason why Bitcoin rose so much last year. What about now though? That must be the question that's around your head, that sure, he was talking about it back then, but is he still a supporter of Bitcoin? The answer is yes. At a virtual event called the B-Word, Tesla CEO Elon Musk, ex-CEO of Twitter Jack Dorsey, and of course ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood were present to have a conversation with each other. Musk and Dorsey kept teasing about it on Twitter months before it actually occurred, therefore creating hype, and it easily became one of the highly anticipated events for tech lovers. Right before we jump into the last part, if you've made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. We all knew that we bought a staggering $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin earlier last year, which took the world by storm. It was something no one expected, Elon Musk buying cryptocurrency. People followed in his footsteps. If Elon thinks it's a good investment, then I should invest too. Yeah, that's how most people reacted to the whole scenario and just bagged a lot of Bitcoin. But what's surprising is that Elon said that it's not just his car-making company that has bought Bitcoin. In other words, SpaceX, his privately owned aerospace company, also holds a decent amount of crypto. How much? That's something Elon did not want to reveal. It stays as a secret. It's only his companies that own cryptos. Elon added that he personally also owns Bitcoin, Ethereum, and of course his personal favorite, Dogecoin, which saw a huge rise in prices once everyone saw Elon posting about it. However, it's worth noting that all three of them have been decreasing in value for a long time. Another thing that is worth noting is the fact that Elon has said in the past that Bitcoin will be available for purchasing Tesla products, but he canceled this just 2 months afterward. His reasoning? Energy. Let me explain. Elon said that Tesla would be open to accepting Bitcoin if miners used cleaner energy sources. He believes that it would be a positive trend and would encourage more people to shift towards cleaner energy sources. Right now, heavy-duty coal plants are used to mine bitcoins, which are harmful to the environment and contribute directly to global warming. But things could drastically change if miners shift to clean energy and take a step forward towards an improved environment. Lastly, he added that if the percentage of Bitcoin's renewable energy usage exceeds 50%, then he would surely start accepting it once again. But for now, Bitcoin is not being accepted by Tesla. Cathie Wood would comment on this and share her own thoughts about this matter. She said that Bitcoin fits within the environmental, social, and governance, or ESG, investing movement, and that in the future it would be much more environmentally friendly. While discussing Bitcoin's potential, Dorsey had commented that crypto could be used as the main currency of the internet, as it would help online businesses grow faster with total security from the blockchain. In this conversation, Elon asked a pretty tricky question and said, "Why doesn't Twitter let its advertisers pay in crypto?" Dorsey's reply was that yes, we do accept all forms of payment, but then quickly changed the topic. Recently, we saw him posting a question on Twitter that asked about the rate of inflation over the next few years, and that question was replied to by Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy and another fellow Bitcoin lover. He said that in the future, weaker currencies would collapse and that only a few big currencies would be spared, who would go on to be the main cryptocurrencies. However, the last time we heard from Elon about crypto was literally just a few days ago. All of the tokens that he holds, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin, saw a quick boost on Monday, and the Twitter god tweeted that he isn't planning to sell any of it. So, after all these discussions, the question that must be storming your minds is, what is the future of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies? Do we buy or not? As a matter of fact, it's not advisable to invest in anything without proper research or advice from a financial advisor. Do not just hop into a hype train and invest in something because others are doing it. Do your homework and then decide where your money is going. With that being said, what do you think about this whole situation? Why do you think Elon and Cathie are so confident about cryptocurrencies? Let us know in the comments section down below. Be sure to watch the latest robots and incredible gadgets at the CES Robot Show.